So what does that mean in terms of the West assessing the situation? Because the reality is that we are seeing protests. Now, the perception is on how disruptive can these protests be for China, for the economy, for business, for the youth, for employment. What's your sense?
Well, look, I think that there's less disruption coming from the protests and more disruption coming from the high transmissibility of COVID and the zero COVID response to that transmissibility to impose additional lockdowns, which certainly do have adverse economic effects and take a toll on, in particular, youth unemployment, which is very worrisome for consumer confidence. So it's not the protests themselves that are having the impact. It is the source of the protests which are doing so. And look, I'm not here to make any apologies for the zero COVID policy. I think it's an unmitigated disaster and has no place in modern public health practices for any nation, including China. It's completely out of sync with the high transmissibility of a variant that is far less lethal than the original strain that hit Wuhan. But you can't tell an autocrat much of anything, and Xi Jinping is wedded to this policy, irrespective of the consequences, and he'll deal with the protests as China's always has. And you just pointed out with security and surveillance, and I don't think they'll get out of hand.